Yesterday, I have taken a lecture on hidden Markov model and randomized algorithms. In the same series, I am starting to take a lectures uh, again for further discussion of the hidden Markov model and the randomized algorithms. So, I have already discussed introduction of the hidden Markov model. Now, in today's lecture, we discuss what are the different problem exist in hidden Markov model. So, there is the three problems of hidden Markov model. The model is called lambda A, comma B, comma pi, where A is the state transition probability, means if there last lecture I have discussed, there is a two states, suppose ran and dry. So you first you choose ran, then you go to the ran to ran or ran to dry or dry to dry or dry to ran. This is called A, state transition probability. B is the symbol hinting probability. When you have suppose two coin, so at the coin one you have head and tail, and coin two head and tail. And first, when you toss the coin first, what you will get the output? You will get head, then this is your B at state J, and pi, where you will start. You will start the coin first or coin second, that is called pi is equal to pi I. Pi I is equal to either pi 1 or pi 2. So three main problem of hidden Markov model. Or first problem is called evaluation problem. So evaluation problems compute P O lambda, the probability of observation sequence, capital O is equal to O1 O2 डॉट डॉट ऑफ ओ टी, मतलब आपने जो लेमडा है इसकी प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन सीक्वेंस पे। सो कंप्यूट हमें कंप्यूट करनी है, कैलकुलेट करनी है प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन सीक्वेंस ऑन गिवन मॉडल लेमडा। लेमडा इज ए बी पाई। सो द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ऑब्जर्वेशन सीक्वेंस at where observation sequence O is equal to O1, O2, O3, O of t, given the model lambda is equal to A, comma B, comma pi. So it is viewed that as a problem for scoring how well a given model represents the actual physical system. So calculate the probabilities in the evaluation problem. Second है decoding problem. In this, we attempt to uncover the hidden part of model Hidden जो part I have already explained you. There is O is equal to O1, O2, O3, O dot T, and that in total O observation sequence. What we can find, we can do the total observation. How many we can find? So this is the we attempt to uncover the hidden part of model, that is observation sequence. O is equal to numbers of O1, O2, O3, O of T. Given the model is equal to A, comma B, comma pi. Third is in this decoding problem, basically we attempt the uncover hidden part of the model, that is find the correct state sequence. Correct state sequence का मतलब what is the first state and what will be the second, third and last state, which you will get the output from that state. So this will be the hidden part of the hidden part of the model. Third is called learning problem. Model parameter. There is the three parameters A, B, comma pi. How we can adjust A, comma B and pi are adjusted such that P O lambda is maximized. So कैसे हम इन तीनों पैरामीटर को कि ए की वैल्यू क्या लें, बी की वैल्यू क्या लें एंड पाई की वैल्यू क्या लें, इन दिस को कैसे एडजस्ट करें कि जिससे कि जो पीओ लेमडा है इसकी वैल्यू मैक्सिमम होनी चाहिए. तो प्रॉब्लम 3 is one of which attempt to optimize the model parameter so as to the best describe how a given observation sequence comes about. So, in this, the observation sequence used to the adjust the model parameter is called a training or learning sequence. Since it is used to train the HMM, the training problem is the crucial one of the most application of HMM, since it allows us to optimally adapt model parameter to observe training data, that is create best model for real phenomena, meaning that key value of A, where the value of A can be adjusted, B can be adjusted, pi can be adjusted, and total value of PO lambda, that will be maxima, means a global maxima, not a local maxima or global minima, and the value of PO lambda. So these are the basic three problems, and how we can solve these the problems using hidden Markov model. So in this evaluation problem, given the model lambda is equal to A, comma B, comma pi, the observation sequence O is equal to O1, O2, O3, O T, calculate the probability that lambda has generated sequence O. So in evaluation problem, we calculate the probability of the model lambda has generated sequence O, trying to find probability of observation O is equal to O1, O2, O of T by means of considering all hidden state sequence, as was done in the example is impractical. But then the total complexity and the power T hidden state sequence exponential complexity. So use forward backward HMM algorithms. So in this forward backward algorithm for efficient calculation, define the forward variable alpha Ti is as a joint probability of the partial observation sequence O is equal to O1, O2, O of T, and the hidden state of at time T is Si, that is alpha Ti is equal to probability of O1, O2, O of T, and Qt is equal to Si. Qt is equal to Si का means है कि the time at time t, there the state sequence is Si. So this will be the actually value of evaluation problems. So how we can calculate? You here can see the observation sequence O1, O2, O3, like O of t and matched OT plus 1 and capital O of t, total observation sequence. Suppose you will get this O1 from any S1 to S of n. RO2 is also S1 to S of n and OT of S1 to S of n. Like each state or each observation you will get from any S1 to S of n. Where you will see, so how we can go to the Si to Sj if suppose O1 is get from S1 to Sfn, so as that state is called Si, and so O of t, O of t plus 1, you will get the state from O of t plus 1 as given in the figure. So given figure, from given figure, you will get Si as well as J. Now, how we can solve this problem? When you are going to solve forward recursion for HMM, so alpha t alpha 1 I is equal to probability of O1 at state Q1 Si, that will be the first state, that is called Qn. Si means suppose there is the three state S1, S2, S3. Where you will start? You will start S1, you will start S3, S2 or S3. If you start S2, then Q1 will be S2. So alpha 1i is equal to probability of O1 at Qn equal to pi I bi O1. Pi I is the initial probabilities, bi is the observation symbol into probability at O1. So I is 1 to n. फॉरवर्ड रिकर्शन में क्या होगा, यू विल फाइंड द वैल्यू अल्फा टी प्लस 1 और ब्रैकेट में आई इज इक्वल टू प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ O1 O2 डॉट डॉट O ऑफ टी प्लस 1 at qt plus 1 is equal to Sj. You can find the sigma I probability of O1 O2 O of t plus 1, where qt is equal to Si and q2 plus 1 is equal to Sj. Then sigma of I probability of O1 O2 of dot dot t, where t is equal to Si, and Aij Bj of OT plus 1. Then you will get the final value of this equation, that summation of I alpha ti and Aij, or this is in a bracket, and Bj is OT plus 1, where J की value 1 to n and T की value 1 से लेके T minus 1, last value you will not less than last T minus 1. So terminator, how when you are going to terminate it, so yes, it will give the value probability of O1 O2 O of t is equal to the sigma I probability of O1 O2 small O2 O of t comma q of t is equal to Si is equal to sigma I alpha ti. So complexity of this equation is n square t operation. Backward recursion for HMN. So in backward algorithm, define the backward variable beta ti as the joint probability of the partial observation sequence OT plus 1, OT plus 2, and last में O capital of T given the hidden state of the time T as state Si. So beta ti is equal to, you can, this will be calculated from right to left, and in this we can calculate right left to right. So beta ti is equal to probability of OT plus 1, OT plus 2, dot O of T such that QT of SI. So इसका मतलब जो आपने ऑब्जर्वेशन सीक्वेंस लिया है उसको हमने रिवर्स डायरेक्शन में कैलकुलेट किया है और वहां OT प्लस 1 से लेकर के OT तक कैलकुलेट किया और वो जो QT है वो उस समय स्टेट क्या होगी आपकी SI। कोई भी जो भी आपकी नंबर साथ स्टेट है उसमें से कौन सी स्टेट ली है। सो इनिशियलाइजेशन बीटा टी आई इज इक्वल टू 1 वेयर आई इज इक्वल टू की वैल्यू 1 से एंड इन द टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टेट। सो बीटा टी जे इज इक्वल टू वैल्यू ऑफ प्रोबेबिलिटी ओ टी प्लस 1 ओ टी प्लस 2 ओ ऑफ टी क्यू टी इज इक्वल टू एस जे is equal to the summation of I probability of OT plus 1 comma OT plus 2 of O of T comma QT plus 1 is equal to SI such that QT is equal to SJ and summation of I is equal to P OT plus 2 OT plus 3 OT QT plus 1 is equal to SI and this AJI BI OT plus 1 when you sum this whole value you will get the summation of I at beta T plus 1 I AIJ BI OT plus 1 where J की वैल्यू 1 to 1 और T की वैल्यू 1 to T minus 1 टर्मिनेशन वैल्यू जो आएगी that is equal to probability of O1 O2 O of T is equal to sigma I probability of O1 O2 O of T such that Q1 is equal to SI equal to the sigma I probability of O1 O2 O of T at Q1 equal to state of SI and probability of Q1 is equal to SI equal to sigma I BI and B1 I B1 and BI bracket में O1 and pi I. So this will be the termination value you will get in this. So second problems, decoding problem. This can be solved using Viterbi algorithms. Viterbi algorithms, and in what this algorithm you can understand very easily. Given the model lambda is equal to AB pi, model ये है, and the observation sequence simply O1, O2, O3, O आपके calculate the most likely sequence of hidden state SI that produces the observation sequence. So we want to find the state Q is equal to Q1, Q2, Q of T, which multiply the probability of this equivalent of this. Brute force consideration for path tracking exponential time. So use the अगर डायरेक्टली भी हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो हमें जो जो टाइम लगेगा वो एक्सपोनेंशियल टाइम होगा और इन दैट टाइम वी कैन कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू सो वी यूज द Viterbi algorithm in the using the brute force algorithms. So you will get that defined variable delta Ti as a maximum probability of producing observation sequence O1, O2, O of T when moving the along any hidden states sequence Q1, Q2, Q of T minus 1 and getting into the Qt is equal to Si dot delta Ti maximum probability of Q1, Q2 of Q2 minus 1 Qt is equal to Si or bracket O1 O2 O of T where max is taken all over possible path Q1 is equal to Qt plus minus 1. Viterbi algorithms, what you will calculate in Viterbi algorithm, general idea this, if the best path ending with Qt is equal to Sj goes to through the Qt minus 1 is equal to Si, then it should be coincide with the best path ending with Qt minus is equal to Si. So, अगर Qt the next state है, Qt minus 1 is the previous state है, इसका मतलब ये है कि हम जब Sj पे जाएंगे तो we are going from S1 Si value will be the from S1 S2 S3 up S of n में से कोई भी वैल्यू होगी सो डेल्टा टी आई की वैल्यू क्या होगी मैक्सिमम प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ Q1 up to the Qt minus 1 where Qt is equal to Sj और ऑब्जर्वेशन सीक्वेंस क्या होगा, O1 O2 O ऑफ टी। तो मैक्सिमम जो आई वैल्यू होगी वो क्या होगी, ए आई जे बी जे O ऑफ टू। ए आई जे मीन्स मैक्सिमम ट्रांजिशन, बीजे आप O ऑफ टी कि उस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट जे में कौन सा ऑब्जर्वेशन मिली, तो देन इट विल बी द वैल्यू होगी मैक्स probability of Q1 is equal to Qt minus 1 is equal to Si and O1, O2, O3, OT minus 1. So this will be the value job. The backward pass skipped into the procedure of Si was Si, Sj was Si. So we can take this value, and in Viterbi algorithm also we calculate delta I is equal to maximum probability of Q1 Si at O1, where the value is equal to pi I bi O1, and forward recursion algorithm delta Ti equal to maximum P Q1 dot dot Qt minus 1, Qt is equal to Sj O1 O2 O of t, and max I is equal to A Ij Bj O of t, maximum of probability of Q1 dot dot Qt minus 1 is equal to Si and O1 O2 O t minus 1. Max I is equal to Aij Bj or O of t delta t minus 1 I. That j is equal to 1 to n or t is equal to 2 to t. Termination. Termination with a choose with best part technique at time k. So maximum of I is equal to delta t of I backtrack best path. This algorithm is similar to the forward recursion of evaluation problem with the sigma replaced by the max and additional backtracking. Third problem is called learning problem. In the learning problem, given the some training observation sequence, O is equal to O1, O2, O of t, and general structure of HMM, number of hidden and visual states determine HMM parameter lambda is equal to A, B, pi, and best fit training data, that is maxima and P O lambda. So there is no algorithm producing optimal parameter values. Use iterative expectation maximization algorithm to find local maxima of P O lambda, that is called Baumlich algorithms. So in Baumlich algorithm, you will get the learning problem where the value of Aij is equal to probability of Si such that Sj is equal to the number of transition from state Sj to Si and number of transition from output of the Sj is equal to the जो Aij की जो वैल्यू निकालेंगे कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजिशन Sj स्टेट पे फ्रॉम Si से कितने हुए हैं और नंबर ऑफ ट्रांजिशन जो है टोटल Sj के कितने हुए हैं। इसको इसी तरह से जब बी आई वी एम निकालेंगे तो इसको हम बोल देंगे प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ V of m is equal to Si is equal to number of time observation Vm occurs in the state Si and number of times in the state Si. So this is a learning problem. In this, using the algorithms, you can find the Aij and Bj, Bi, Vm. You earned general idea. Baumlich algorithm में Aij इसी तरह से निकाल लेंगे। इसमें probability Si of such that Sj equal to expected number of transition from state Sj to state Si and expected number of transition of out of state Sj। इसी तरह से जो Bj और Bi की वैल्यू है ये expected number of times observation Vm occurs in state Si where the expected number of times in state Si and pi is equal to probability of Si एट किस स्टेट पे है एट टाइम टी इक्वल टू 1 पे। तो इनिशियली वेयर यू विल स्टार्ट मींस एक्सपेक्टेड फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ स्टेट Si एट टाइम टी इक्वल टू 1। तो दिस विल बी द एंड बाउंड्री एल्गोरिथम। हमारी जो फाइनल वैल्यू जो आएगी इसकी जो हम कैलकुलेट करने जाएंगे जिसको हम डिफाइन करते हैं जीटा के आई जे इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ being in a state Si at time t in the state Sj at time t plus 1 given the observation sequence O1, O2, O of j and zeta k of ij equal to probability of Qt is equal to Si and Qt plus 1 is equal to Sj O1, O2, O of t. So zeta k is equal to I comma j equal to the probability of Qt is equal to Si and t is equal to Sj and Si comma t equal to Sj the at given observation sequence O1 O2 O of t and total probability of O1 O2 O of t. इसी तरह से जब इसको फाइनल हम कैलकुलेट करने जाएंगे तो जो वैल्यू हमने वहां से कैलकुलेट की है वो आ जाएगी और जो टोटल वैल्यू आएगी वो अल्फा टी आई ए आई जे एंड बी जे ओ टी प्लस 1 और बीटा टी प्लस 1 और जे is the summation of I and summation of j alpha t I I j b j o t 1 and beta t 1 j सो ये वैल्यू होगी फाइनल वैल्यू आपकी जब इसको हम कैलकुलेट करेंगे सो बाउंड एल्गोरिथम एक्सपेक्टेशन Step 2, define variable gamma ti as the probability of being in state Si at given time t and given the observation sequence O is equal to O1, O2, O3, O1 t. So gamma ti is equal to probability of Qt is equal to Si O1, O2, O of t and gamma ti is equal to probability of Qt is equal to Si O1, O2, O of t is equal to probability of O1 O2 O of t is equal to alpha t bracket में I and beta t of I is thus divided by the sigma I alpha ti I and beta t I. So the Womblich algorithm expectation step third we can calculate the value zeta ti is equal to probability of Qt is equal to Si and Qt plus 1 is equal to Sj O1 O2 O3 O of t and gamma ti is equal to probability of Qt is equal to Si O1 O2 O of t. So expected number of transition from state I to state j is equal to summation of t zeta t of ij. Expected number of transition out of state Si is equal to zeta t and gamma t of I. Expected number of times observation Vm occurs in the state Si equal to the summation of t zeta ti k is such that ot is equal to vm. The expected number of frequency Si at time t is equal to 1 such that gamma 1 of I. So final value जो ij की वैल्यू आएगी वो summation of t times of zeta ti j and upon summation of t of gamma t of I means expected number of transition from state Si to Sj, Sj to Si and expected number of transition from the state J. ऐसे ही Vi, Vm की वैल्यू जो आएगी वो summation of t zeta ti ij upon summation of t at ot equal to Vm gamma t of I. Pi I is equal to expected number of state Si at time t is equal to 1 is equal to gamma 1 of I. So these are the basically value of value जो कि आपको यहाँ से मिलेगी. So these are the some problems which occurs in the HMM and solution is also given. So there is the three problems and all the three problems what we get the solution. In first problem we will solve by the forward backward algorithm and second by Tadwi algorithm and third algorithm can be solved by Womblich algorithm that is expectation and maximization algorithm. So there is the three problems and these three problems can be solved by the some given algorithm. If you are going to solve the direct these three problems, you can't solve the three algorithms, and this solving these algorithm is taking the unexpected time, so within time these problem cannot be solved. So we use these for the first problem we use the forward backward algorithm, and second problem we use the Batterby algorithm, and third problem we use the Wamblech algorithms, and we can use these three algorithms for solving the first, second, third problem. And first, you will get the data from the anywhere of any problems and make the model. Make the model. For making the model, first you take the states, how many numbers of state and what number of the observation. Then you will fit your problem in the problem number one, problem number two, or problem number three. If this is your problem, will be solved by the problem number one. You will use the forward backward algorithm. If your problem going to the then problem number two, so you will use the problem Batterby algorithm. If your problem fit into the problem number third, so we'll use the Wamblech algorithm and you calculate the value. After calculating the value, you draw the graph and also match with the previous graph. So data always can be divided into two parts. And first part data is also called the training data, and second part data is called the testing data. So suppose if you are going to the weather casting, so there is the two part of data. You can take the 6 month data, that will be January to June, that will be as a training data, and July to December as the testing data. When you will use this training data and make a model and train your model. After training your model, you will calculate the expected value of the next 6 months. When you will get the next 6 months and given the data of the next 6 months, you compare. If this is okay, so you can say this is the problem solved by the HMM, the problem number one, two, and three. So for solving any type of problems, you can take the any type of the prediction data any prediction data you can use. You can use the numbers of other bioinformatics data, speech recognition data, and any type of problems, real time problems. You take the data and you make the model, and you, what are the output you are going to solve it. Using these different types of the problems, we come under these three category, and after getting these three category, you solve the problem. Now the second part of this HMM is randomized algorithms. So in randomized algorithms, basically I will discuss only the today I very small portion in next lecture, we discuss complete randomized algorithm. So algorithm is you know very well कि this is the method, yeah, efficient method which will be taking some input and produce some output and produce some output in a manner when it will be give the better output. So, in what will be the different from the randomized algorithm? In randomized algorithm, it will be take the variable of random, that value of A to B, and if you have data, suppose 1 to 100, so in a sequential algorithm, you will always start by 1 or started by the 100. But in randomized algorithm, you take the data from any from 1 to 100, that will be the first, and the second will be the again remaining 1 to 100s. And in this way, you can choose the data. So a randomized algorithm is totally different algorithm. Many times sequential algorithms will give the better result, and most of the time randomized algorithm give the better result. There the numbers of algorithm exist in the category of the randomized algorithms. That will be, you know, the algorithm. Suppose a quick sort, you can solve this with randomized quick sort, and heap sort is also can be solved randomized heap sort, and numbers of other algorithm which you have read, and numbers of other randomized algorithms which you will get each. I will discuss in this lecture also. So, general randomized algorithm are those algorithms which make the use of random number generators. Some decisions are taken on the basis of these numbers. Means random without in random algorithm you will choose the value of random value, and the basis of random value you will generate the output and you will get the output. So this is a random algorithm. However, some search algorithm make use of the probabilistic measure based on the some objective function. These algorithms are called randomized search algorithm. These are mainly used for solving optimization problem. So maximum optimization problem is can't solve by directly, but it can be solved using the randomized algorithms. So there is the two types of algorithms. A local search algorithm move from one solution to another solution in the space condition, and that can be used in a local search algorithms are widely applied in numerous of hard computational problems, including the computer science, artificial intelligence, mathematics, operation research, engineering, and bioinformatics. The area of randomized algorithms as well as the hard computational problems that you can see are not only the computer science, AI, mathematics, operation research, engineering, and bioinformatics. So the what are the ऑप्टिमाइजेशन? अगर हम ऑप्टिमाइजेशन को डिफाइन करें तो कैसे इसको डिफाइन कर सकते हैं? यू कैन सी an optimization problem P can be stated by three factors as CF, where as the search space, what are they or given the search space, and where the space such space can be defined in a variable and where xi the variable and of xi where I की value 1 to n. If you taken the n की value any value, then you will create the search space. Second is the problem that variable may be discrete हो सकता है, continuous हो सकता है, mix हो सकता है, that is discrete और continuous दोनों हो सकते हैं. And domain of corresponding problem optimization is called discrete, continuous or mixed of the optimization. तो ऑप्टिमाइजेशन जब की बात करते हैं तो ऑप्टिमाइजेशन में तीन फैक्टर तीन वैल्यूज है. एक तो ऐसा जिसे सर्च स्पेस कहते हैं, और वो सर्च स्पेस आपका जो इसके अंदर जो वेरिएबल ले रहे हैं वो डिस्क्रीट वेरिएबल की वैल्यू प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, कंटिन्यूअस की हो सकती है, डिस्क्रीट और कंटिन्यूअस दोनों की यूज कर सकते हैं. सी जो है आपका द सेट ऑफ कंस्ट्रेंट, कितने आपने कंस्ट्रेंट दिए अमंग द वेरिएबल यूज इन द प्रॉब्लम. F is the set of objective function that required solution. तो जो C है वो आपका constraint among the variable used in the problems, और F जो है set of objective function है that required the solution. The goal of objective function is to find a solution as belonging to the as such that Fs greater than equal to Fs. In case of the we want to maximize the objective function where f of capital S less than equal to f of small s, in case we want to maximize the objective function. So this in this if you see the figure, so there is the some local maxima that is hill containing figure. Since that these two are the local maxima, this will be the global maxima at the given search space. इसी तरह से these are the local minima और this is the global minima of the given search value. So search space को अगर हम आगे लेकर के चलेंगे तो how you can explain the search space? The space of all feasible solution, it means object among These are the desired solution which called search space, is also called state space. So each point in mark in the search space is represent one feasible solution, or this feasible solution mark the value of fitness of the problems. So the problem is that search can be very complicated. One does not know where to look for the solution and where to start. There are many methods how to find some suitable solution that is not necessarily to the best solution. Example of search space which will be used here: the hill climbing, taboo search, simulated tunneling, generic algorithm, MetroPlus algorithm, Go-Binnar algorithm. So numbers of algorithms which will be used, and I will discuss in randomized algorithm like hill climbing, taboo search, simulated, MetroPlus, genetic, Go-Binnar, and other and colony problems also discussed in this the category of this randomized algorithms. So in the next lecture we discuss the complete of the hill climbing, MetroPlus, simulated tunneling, and the genetic algorithms and go with winner algorithms, and explain the things. What are these things that will be used here today? So in today's lectures we have discussed two part. First part, there is the three problem of HMM, and what are the solutions of these problem that can be solved: forward backward algorithms and also Viterbi algorithm, and third problem by the Bamblech algorithm. तो क्या करना है आपको? पहले अपना डेटा लेना है, उसको मॉडल बनाना है, मॉडल बना करके उसको अपनी प्रॉब्लम में फिट करना है। जिस प्रॉब्लम में फिट होगा उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो एल्गोरिथम्स यूज करनी है और उसका सॉल्यूशन फाइंड करना है। सेकंड, हाउ दीज randomized algorithm can help in the case of optimization. You will not directly, you will not get the very good solution of using HMM, so you will use the some randomized algorithm and applied in that algorithms. If this will give the better result, you assume this space, or you taken the same problems. So and in this, what are these randomized algorithms used? The randomized algorithm basically used in a three part. First is the optimization, and second part in the other part, other. And we also discuss different types of optimization problem, like tattoo search and some requirement, simulated handling, genetic algorithm. All are these are the different algorithms. So in that lecture we discuss these are the things and we solve the problems.